Yo, 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 yo! What's up, everybody? Michael Edward here, head trader at True Trading Group. What's going on, guys? How is everybody doing here on this fantastic evening now that we've got the Apple event out of the way? What's going on, guys? How's everybody doing tonight? Hope everybody had a nice day. It was a slower day today in the markets. It was a slower day today in the markets. Was a slower day today in the markets. Okay. Was a slower day today in the markets as we kind of digested the action. As we digested the action here from yesterday, guys. I mean, we had a really big move in the overall markets over the last couple of days. Really big move in the markets over the last couple of days. And I felt like coming into the day today after the massive move that we had in the overall markets that we just needed to digest. We needed a cool off day. Markets really needed to cool down. It's something that I expected coming into the day, and I kind of told everybody in chat. And I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit more about this on this live stream. Today, we're going to be talking about, obviously, the Apple event. I've got a new swing trade that I've put on that I'm going to be managing, that I think I'm going to have to really manage this position. And I'm going to talk to you guys about the swing trade. So I'll talk to you guys about that. But we're going to talk about the Apple event. The other thing I want to talk to you guys about on this live stream is, just a couple of points about how last week the action last week was phenomenal. Action last week, we were hitting home run after home run after home run. It was, I focused on small caps last week, and if you guys were joining me on the live stream during the nights last week, you guys saw that. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Judy. Thank you, Judy. So like I was saying, if you guys were joining me on the live streams last week, we had big days. We had big days. We had a lot of small caps that were popping off. We had PPSI, AGE, AREC, GME. The list of the small caps went on and on. I mean, we were talking about 29%, 31%, 42%, 73% gains, all within 1 week. And it would have been very easy for me to be killing it last week, and then coming into the week this week, I got something on my chin here. Come into the week this week and still be pushing 6th, 7th gear, pedal to the metal, guns blazing. And if that was the case, I would have gotten hurt these last couple of days, because we have had a slow start to the week. Small caps have been a lot slower. Okay. You had the massive rally in the markets yesterday. Then today you had a very slow, choppy session in the overall markets that led to a little dip in the afternoon, and that dip got bounced back. The whole rest of the morning was very, very choppy back and forth. Not really a lot of really good trading opportunities in the larger market indexes over as a whole. So it was, really discipline and patience. It's like being a really good trader and being a consistently profitable trader, just as much as it is about identifying opportunities and attacking those opportunities when they present themselves. It's equally as important to have the patience to wait for those opportunities. Today is a small green day for me. I only made 2 trades. One of them I'm still in. It's a swing trade. The other one I traded MDGS, a small gain. I didn't get really a lot of follow through on that trade. I was able to take some profits off. Then the stock gave you a pullback. I exited that position. It was a small green trade, nothing really to write home about. But the point is that it could have been very easy for me. It could have been very easy for me to have been in that mentality of last week of like push, 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 And if that was the case, and if I was pushing, if I was maybe sizing up, if I was like attacking setups rather than waiting, chasing momentum, like all of those things that traders typically tend to do when they have some really big trades or some really big days or a big week, whatever it is, that would have gotten you into some trouble these first 2 days. Okay, at least in small caps. Yesterday, if you were pushing on large caps, then you could have crushed it yesterday. Today, if you pushed it in large caps or small caps, you may have had a little bit of a harder time today. You may have had a little bit of a harder time. So, this live stream, we're going to break down the Apple event, which was lackluster. I talked about that a little bit yesterday about the Apple event, that typically it is a buy the rumor, sell the news type of event. And we're going to talk a lot about that. We're going to talk a lot about the Apple event. We're going to break down some levels, some support and resistance levels on Apple. And I'm going to tell you guys kind of how that coincides with my thesis in the overall markets, which is what we talked about a lot on this live stream yesterday. Okay. So we're going to be going over all of that stuff here today. I'm going to break down for you guys the new swing trade. Okay. Cause I do have a new swing trade, that I put on today that I think I'm going to have to manage. I might be early on this trade. Okay. I'm in a swing trade. I might be early. We're going to have to wait and see how this pans out. This may be a trade where I may manage my risk on it, exit the position, re-enter it later in the day, or maybe even the following day. It's a trade idea that I actually believe pretty strongly in. I just think I might be a little bit early. We got to see what the stock does tomorrow. I didn't really quite get the trigger that I was looking for today when I positioned myself for that. Nice, Jason Barnhart, 14 green days in a row. Mike, you're the man. Thank you for the training. 14 trading days green. Really nice job, Jason. Really nice job, man. 14 green days in a row. That's a hell of an accomplishment. That's a hell of an accomplishment. All right, it's a hell of an accomplishment. Really nice job. All right, guys. So that's what we're going to be going over here on. That's what we're going to be going over here on the live stream here tonight. Like I said, so, everybody was very excited for the Apple event, was really kind of lackluster. And I'm going to talk to you guys a little bit about the, conservative mindset, being disciplined, being patient, waiting for the setups to present themselves, because that's a lot of what trading is about. Okay. I also want to talk to you guys about a short squeeze setup that I am going to be following very, very closely. Okay, very closely. There's a short squeeze setup that, nope, it's not WKHS. Okay, it's not WKHS, but there is the potential for a massive short squeeze, where the size of the short position in this particular stock is more than the float itself. And we have the possibility of a tremendous short squeeze. And I'm going to talk to you guys about that as well. I don't have a position in it. I traded it last week. That might give you guys a little bit of a hint. I traded it last week for a 31% gain. Okay, traded it last week for a 31% gain. If that gives you guys a little bit of a hint. No, Q Wireless Solutions. I do not trade commodities. I will trade commodity ETFs. I will trade gold and natural gas. I will trade some options, maybe even some futures on some of them. But I'm not like actively trading. Like, I don't trade corn, coffee. I don't trade things like that. Okay. All right, so that gives you guys a little bit of a hint for those of you that were with me yesterday. Tony the Tiger goes, if there's one thing I've learned about TTG is that it's great. That's awesome. That's awesome. That's absolutely awesome. That's great. Yeah, guys, I don't know. I don't know how long some of you have been trading for, but for those of you that have been trading, I believe it was 2008. Is it anybody here by a quick show of hands? Was anybody here trading, or does anybody here remember the short squeeze in Volkswagen? Just a quick, just like a, just type in chat if you guys you've read about it. VSync. No, nobody remembers, or no one has been trading long enough. Where's Noble Eagle, my man? I know Noble Eagle remembers it. No, nobody remembers the Volkswagen short squeeze. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness, guys, do yourself a favor. Google right now Volkswagen short squeeze. Just Google Volkswagen short squeeze. Oh man, yeah, guys, Volkswagen. Just Google it. It went from like I don't remember the exact prices. It was like I don't know, man. It was like $70 to like 1,100. It was like from 70 to 1,100, something like that. It was something like that. If I remember the prices correctly. But wow, nobody, huh? Nobody was around trading. I was working at the hedge fund at the time. I was probably drunk on my Harley somewhere. Well, listen, guys. Anyway, it's also called the infinity short squeeze. Was another name for it. Okay. It's also called the infinity short squeeze. Yeah, you had some like one hedge fund lost $30 billion on that short squeeze. One fund lost $30 billion. One hedge fund lost 30. Yeah, man. Yeah. Yep. It was nuts. It was nuts. The Volkswagen short squeeze was absolutely insane. Yeah, I think it went from like $70 to 1,100. It was something like that, something in that time frame. But anyway, we're going to talk about this last year. We're going to go over the Apple event. We're going to go over my new swing trade, and then we're going to go over we're going to go over a short squeeze that I don't think has Volkswagen potential, but that's like a once in a lifetime short squeeze. But it does have tremendous potential to at least give you 100% gain. And I'm going to share with you guys that trade idea and that concept on that here today. Okay. So before we get things started, I'm going to start things off the same way that I start off every live stream, and that is going to be with a blanket Q&A session. So go ahead, guys, fire away. I'm going to give some time for people to log on. Go ahead, guys, ask me questions. The world is your oyster. I'm just living in it. All right. So you guys fire away, ask me questions, and I'll be more than happy to help you guys answer any questions that you have. What are my thoughts on FinViz and their AI product that scans the dark pool market? I don't know enough about it, man. Scott Berry, I don't know enough about it. I don't know how. I don't know how good the scan is that's supposed to be searching through dark pools. I'm not a believer. I'm not a big believer on the dark pool strategies. Some people really like that strategy. It's not something that I go after. It's not something that I look for. So nor is it something I would ever really try to get into. So I can't really talk, Scott Berry. I'm sorry, man. I wish I had some more insight or some better insight for you, but I don't really. I don't know enough about it to give you a good answer. What can I tell you about level 3? Level 3, you guys can see with the Bloomberg terminal. Market makers can see level 3. So basically, level 3 is going to show you every single order. Level 3 can show you every single order. Okay. Level 2 is not going to show you every single order. Okay. Level 2 will show you um, the best order. So either the highest bid or the lowest ask that a market maker has. Okay. But it will not show you every order that the market maker has behind it. So let's say if you have a market maker, let's say EdgeX, for example, has a bid at $5.48. Okay. You are only going to see the bid at $5.48 from that market maker. Once that order is filled, you will then see, okay, maybe now that market maker has an order at $5.46. Okay, but you're not going to see that until the $5.48 order is filled. Okay, level 3, you'll be able to see all orders. Ryan Parker says, Mike, why do you like Square if there's no dividend? There's a lot of companies I like that don't have a dividend. Most of your high growth names don't have dividends, or if they do, it's like 0.5%. It's so irrelevant. The companies that are really high growth are not going to pay you dividends. They're not going to pay you dividends. A lot of those companies that are high growth are still losing money. They're reinvesting back into their business. That's why they don't pay big dividends. The companies that have been around for a long time that generate a lot of profit but don't have a lot of growth share their dividend with their shareholders, and that entices shareholders to own shares of the company because they're not getting exposure to the same kind of growth as you would get in like a high growth tech name. You don't only buy stocks for the dividend. If all you're doing is buying stocks that give you a high dividend, you're doing yourself a grave injustice and you're missing out on tremendous wealth building opportunities by not being involved in any of the high growth names that are in the markets. Okay, you want to have a pretty balanced portfolio. Like, I am very tech heavy in my long-term portfolio. Now, a lot of those names do not pay. They either don't pay a dividend at all, or they pay an extremely small dividend. But then I also own companies that pay you larger dividends. I own Boeing, Chevron, AbbVie, Verizon, Altria. What else? A couple others that I have to go back through, but I mean, those are some that come to mind. These are companies that have been around a long time. They're not going to give you the same kind of explosive growth, but they'll give you a sexy dividend where maybe they're going to pay you 3, 4, 6, 7% dividend. And it's nice to have the stability of the dividend payers, knowing that you'll make 5, 6% on your money on the year. And that could offset, maybe any loss that the stock might incur. Like, let's say the stock drops 10%, but then you make 6% on your dividend, then you lost 4% instead of 10. Versus like a high growth name, if that stock loses 15 or 20%, you don't have the dividend to offset any of that. But then on the flip side, when the stocks go up, you're not going to get, Chevron is not going to go up 120% in a single year. Okay, you're going to get a company like Square can go up 120% in 3 months. So you want to find a pretty even balance in your long-term portfolio and it's not even a balance like 50-50. When I say balance, like I'm definitely way more high growth than I am dividend, but I still do have a pretty nice dividend portfolio. Maybe once I get closer to retirement, I'll probably switch that up, and I'll take that dividend as income. So what I'm doing now is I'm constantly reinvesting my dividends. So my entire account, all my portfolios, I reinvest my dividends. So let's say, for example, if you owned $2,000 of a stock, any stock, whatever it is, and they pay you a 5%. If you own $200, of a stock, and let's say they pay you a 5% dividend, right? Let's say they pay you a 5% dividend. So that means every year you're going to make $100. If the stock doesn't move, if the stock does not move, if you buy it at $30 in the beginning of the year and at the end of the year, it's still at exactly $30. You're going to make 5% on your money. So you're going to make $100. instead of me taking that $100 from the dividend, what I do is I reinvest that $100 back into the stock, and I'll buy $100 more of the stock. So now I don't own 2,100. Now instead of me owning $2,000 of the stock, I now own $2,100 of the stock. Now, if I get a 5% dividend on the 2,100, now instead of me making $100, I'm making $105. So then instead of me taking that, I'll reinvest it. So now instead of having $2,100 worth of the stock, I'll have $2,205. Then if you get a 5% dividend on that, now you're getting $110.25. Instead of me taking that, I'm reinvesting it back into the stock, and so on and so on and so on and so on and so on. And that's how you build up a strong dividend portfolio. You increase the size of your dividend holdings by means of the dividend itself. It's free money. And then any price appreciation in the stock itself is gravy on top of that. So let's say you own $2,000 of a particular stock, right? Like we said, and they pay you a 5% dividend. Okay. So you're going to get 5% on your $2,000. But then let's say the stock has also gone up 10% over the course of the year since you bought it. Let's say you bought it at 30, now the stock's at 33. So you're going to realize the 10% gain in share price. So that's going to be a $200 gain on your $2,000 investment, plus the 5% dividend, which is going to give you an extra $100. So now you've just made $300 on your $2,000 investment for the year. But then you just keep reinvesting the dividend every single time. And 15, 20 years from now, you've got yourself a real nice position in that company, and that company is still paying you a 5% dividend. And now when it comes time for retirement, that dividend now becomes income. Now, instead of me reinvesting that dividend when I'm retired, I now take that dividend and live off of it like you would take a Social Security check or something like that, and then it becomes income for you. Okay, so it's not about this all came from a question somebody asked me. Why do you like Square if it doesn't pay a dividend? Okay, so this I know I'm kind of going down a different path with this, but I think it's an important discussion that I want to share with you guys because this can be very helpful for some of you. I'm 35 years old. I'm nowhere near retirement anytime soon, but I'm doing these things now, okay, to build those dividends up so that by the time I retire, I've got very large positions in Verizon, and Altria and all these other AbbVie, these other companies that pay very high dividends. I'll have very large positions in them to where my dividend payments are thousands, tens of thousands of dollars. And then that just becomes part of your retirement income. Ah, damn it, Ryan Osborne, giving away the ticker. Yes, Ryan Osborne, you are correct, my man. You are correct. You are correct, my man. Jason Barnhart, my boy. Jason Barnhart goes, yeah, well, I invested in TTG and it's made me 917% in 3 weeks. That's a lot better than Square. What? Jason, bro, that is insane. Oh my God, that is insane. Congratulations, Jason. That's incredible, man. Jason, that is incredible. Wow. Wow. Man, wow. That's incredible. Absolutely incredible. Congrats, my man. We're just getting started though, Jason. We're just getting started. You're only 3 weeks in, man. Just getting started. Killing it, Mike. Yes, Jason. That's what I'm talking about, my man. Good stuff. Good stuff. Do I think Ultra is a buy right now? Huh. I just got muted. I don't know what the hell just happened, guys. I didn't even click mute, but it just got muted. Not sure how that just happened, but I was just muted. Now we're back. I'm not sure how that just happened. But anyway, guys. So yeah, when we go back to the charts here, I mean, can you guys all hear me now? I mean, I know there's a little bit of delay. Yeah. Okay. Um, so like I said, with Verizon, I mean, I like Verizon. I like the stock a lot better than AT&T. AT&T pays a stronger dividend, but I think you get better performance out of Verizon. You also have Chevron pays a fantastic dividend, but Chevron's gotten decimated. We got decimated with the price of oil there in March, and the stock really has never been able to truly recover. Still sitting down here in the 70s. I think Chevron. I like Chevron a lot better than ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil is another one. High dividend payer. Stock's gotten decimated. I like Chevron better than I do like Exxon. I think Chevron is much better prepared and positioned to deal with kind of the shift into green energy. They've got a stronger balance sheet. They're less reliant directly on oil prices and that kind of stuff. So I think Chevron, I like Chevron better than Exxon. Another really good dividend stock is ABBV. ABBV. This is in the healthcare sector. This also pays you a really nice dividend. Okay, that's one that you guys can take a look at. Some of the financials, I think like BlackRock, I believe, is it BlackRock or I think it's BlackRock if I'm not mistaken. Is it BlackRock? I can't remember. Was it BlackRock? I have to go back. I have to go back and check, guys. I have to go back and check. Okay, I have to go back and check. But there's a lot. There's a lot of really good. I mean, I don't want to get into it too much because I can go on for quite a while. But that's my whole strategy when it comes to dividends, guys. No, I don't own long-term options. No. I mean, yeah. I mean, a 10% dividend is, it depends, guys, because it's like you don't want to buy a stock just because it has a good dividend if the stock is just continuously going down because you're just going to be losing money anyway. You're just going to be losing money anyway. So it's like you want to find stocks that have good dividends, but that are also good companies that you guys believe in and that you think are going to be around for a while. Like, this is why. A 10% dividend is massive. I mean, that's massive. 10% dividend is just massive. A lot of the REITs have very high dividends. REITs are some of the highest dividends that are out there. So, I mean, there's a lot of different dividend plays that you guys can look into. But honestly, the moral to take away from the dividend discussion, okay, the moral of the dividend discussion is really just to continuously reinvest the dividend. Okay, that way your dividend payment will get bigger and bigger and bigger each year. Do I pay for my health care? Yes, I do. That's a really strange question. Why do I think Verizon's better than AT&T? I just think it's a better company. I think it's a better company. I think they're in far better financial position and they're better positioned with 5G. I mean, guys, you saw the Verizon CEO on stage today with Tim Cook at the Apple event. You saw Verizon CEO on stage with Apple today. I just think Verizon is a better company. Thoughts on C? What, Citigroup? My thoughts on Citigroup? The banks are going to struggle, guys, I think, for a while. The banks are going to struggle. The banks are going to struggle for a while. If you want to buy Citigroup, I think Citigroup in the 30s is a steal. I think that you can own Citigroup. If Citigroup gets anywhere in this area, I think it's a buy. Just know that it's a long-term hold. This is not a good environment for the banks. Some of the banks actually performed far better on their earnings than at least I anticipated, and the stocks still went down. Stocks still went down today. Look at JP Morgan, stocks still went down. Okay. You take a look at Citigroup. Okay. Stocks still went down. Bank of America, stocks went down. All right. I think, who's tomorrow? Is Goldman Sachs tomorrow? I think Goldman Sachs is tomorrow. Morgan Stanley, I think, is Thursday, if I'm not mistaken. Bank of New York Mellon, I believe, is Friday. But yeah, guys, I mean, these are, the banks. I just think that with interest rates as low as they are and with loan defaults, it puts a lot of pressure on the banks to have to be able to generate revenue and make up for bad loans and low interest rates elsewhere. And that's where it's going to really come down to, like, okay, do you have a good quarter or not? Well, how good did your trade desk do? Did your trade desk make money? How good are your traders? That's what the bank's earnings come down to, because they're just not able to generate a lot of profit in other areas of the banking services sector. So I think that the banks are going to struggle for a while. Kind of similar to the way that the travel industry is going to struggle for a while. Okay, like the airlines are going to struggle for a while. They're not just going to bounce right back. They're not going to snap right back immediately. We've talked about that over the last several months during these live streams that you guys have joined me on. I've talked about the airlines often. I've talked about the cruise lines often. And so many people, when the markets crashed in March, so many people were in such a rush to go and buy the airlines and the cruise lines. And I'm like, why? Why would you go? Why? And everyone just automatically gravitates towards the stocks that went down the most, because they feel like that means they're going to have to go up the most. There's a reason why the airlines and cruise lines went down 70%. And the rest of the market went down 35 and 36. Okay. There's a reason for that. There's a reason why Apple went down 20 or 25. The markets went down 37, and the cruise lines and airlines went down 70. There's a reason for that, because when shit hit the fan, money managers decided that the stocks that they want to sell first were the travel industry, because those are going to be the ones that are the hardest hit. And the stocks they want to sell last are the Apples, Amazons, Google, Facebooks, Microsofts, AMDs, NVIDIAs, Rokus of the world. Okay, those are the stocks that people wanted to hold on to, and therefore they went down the least. So, if you're going to be a buyer of the airlines or you're going to be a buyer of the banks, you just have to expect and understand that your money, it's going to be dead money for a while. Eventually, I think the banks will perform much better. Eventually, the travel industry will come back and will perform much better, but that's a ways away. That's not something where you're going to buy the stock today and you're going to reap the rewards within the next 3 months. So if you are a buyer of those names, just understand you're going to be holding them for quite a while before you see some performance. Hardcore Raider says, what about NVIDIA? I love NVIDIA. I almost hope NVIDIA totally bombs on their earnings. And I hope the stock pulls back to like 450 because I'm buying more if it does. Okay. I love NVIDIA. I love AMD. Stocks are getting extremely expensive. I'm not a buyer of these stocks at these levels, but I do own a lot of these companies. Okay. I tell you guys all the time, my biggest holdings are Apple, Amazon, Google, Facebook, Microsoft, AMD, NVIDIA. Okay. I also own a lot of Disney, Qualcomm. Those are some of my biggest holdings, but I want more. I want more of AMD. I want more NVIDIA. But the stocks are just very expensive right now. What are my thoughts about buying silver? You hold, then play options on the silver. Yeah, I mean, buying physical silver and gold is great. I'm very bullish on gold. I think gold goes to 2,500, 3,000 within the next like 5 years. I'm very bullish on gold, and then silver as well. I'm bullish on silver as well. Um, but if you want to buy the actual metals themselves, I think that's, there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. I'd rather you do that. I mean, you have to, it's just risk reward. It's risk reward. If you're going to buy the option, if you're going to buy an option on those, okay, then yeah, you can make a lot more money, but you can also lose a lot more money. If you buy a physical brick of gold, your risk is so minimal, it's not even funny. Yes, I am going to buy the new iPhone 12. Yes, I am. You have 8 years till you retire. Should I invest in dividend stocks only? I mean, honestly, guys, listen, I'm not a financial advisor. Okay. I highly recommend that you do seek advice from a licensed financial advisor to help you with your retirement plans and your retirement goals. I'm just telling you guys what I'm doing. Okay. If I was 8 years away from retirement, I wouldn't be as aggressive as I am now, but I would still be looking for growth. I would still be looking for growth. I would not be sitting back just focusing on dividend stocks. But again, that's just me. Okay. I would recommend, if you're close to retirement, I'd recommend sitting down with a retirement advisor. Vinroy Harvey says, how do you reinvest dividends in a stock? It's a setting on, well, for me at least, it's a setting in my portfolios. It's a setting in my accounts. So I can, like with my portfolios, I have a bunch of different portfolios with JP Morgan Wealth Management. I have a bunch of different portfolios, and those different portfolios have different holdings and different strategies. And for me, with JP Morgan, I can just set like an actual. Hold on a second, guys. Okay. I can just set. I can just set it automatically in my account. So when the dividend comes through in my account, it automatically just reinvests it. I'm not sure what some of these questions mean. All right, guys. All right, guys. That just about does it there for our. I think that does it here for our Q&A session here. I think I gave enough time for some people to log on, and we're going to start to get into the lessons here of the day. On this live stream, we're going to discuss the Apple event. I'm going to talk to you guys about a new swing trade that I have on, and I'm going to talk to you guys about a short squeeze idea and how I'm going to go about playing that short squeeze. But for now, real quick, I want you guys to just go ahead and give me a follow on Twitter. You guys want to give me a follow on Twitter? My username is @MikeEdward_TTG. It's right there. My username tag is right there, or my Twitter handle is right there at the bottom of your screen. It's @MikeEdward_TTG. Guys, go ahead there. Give me a follow. I'm always posting some pretty cool stuff on Twitter. You guys want to give me a follow? Again, @MikeEdward_TTG. All right. Next thing I want you guys all to do is do me a solid and smash that like button, guys. everybody right now, show me how much you guys appreciate all the live streams and the Q&As. Spending the time each night to answer all of your questions as best as I can. If you guys appreciate me doing this stuff for you, I want you guys to go ahead and smash that like button, because if you guys don't hit that like button, if you don't show me that you guys appreciate this stuff, I'm going to stop doing it. All right. So if you guys appreciate these live streams and you want me to continue doing them, guys, go ahead and smash that like button. There we go. That's what I'm talking about. There we go, guys. Now, here comes the likes. I guess you guys want me to keep doing the live streams. I guess you guys don't want this to end. Awesome, guys. I appreciate, listen, I appreciate you appreciating me. I really do. All right. Now I want to see how many people we have here that are joining us on the stream that are not members of True Trading Group. Go ahead, guys. Type the letters TTG in chat right now if you're not a member of True Trading Group. All right. Mikhail, William Bernhardt, Brandon Johnson, Trent K, Anita Lewis, Orla Metz, GLB, McPhee, Sky 1187, Mike 427. Let's do this. Solo Hunter, Chris Davis, Amy Joe, Chris Kovac, Frankie Giardina. No, not this one. 2% a day, not this one, man. I know we talked about the Rolex. I know we talked about giving away a Rolex last week on one of the streams. This watch is completely off limits. No. Steve Tefano, that's what I'm talking about. Steve Tefano says TTG, but soon, son, with an arm muscle. That's what I'm talking about. I'm ready when you are, Steven. All right, with Jacob, Milan Adamik, Shwana Collins, Q Wireless. Oh, yeah, man. Our live trading is sick. Our live trading is sick. I'll get into it in just a second. Beautiful. So we have a lot of non-TTD members here. Yeah, Q Wireless. I'm going to talk about it. Okay, Q Wireless. I'm going to talk about. Oh, nice, Mike Girona, Jorge Home. All right, so I'll talk about it. Okay, I'll talk about that. But before I do that, how many of you are part of our TG3 trial program? Okay, if you are part of our TGD3 trial program, go ahead and type the number 3 in chat right now. Chris Kovac, I didn't kill MetaGist today, MDGS. I didn't kill it. I mean, I made some money on it. I didn't kill it. It wasn't a home run. It was a green trade, but nothing to get overly excited about. No, guys, stop. No, I'm not giving away this watch. It's never going to happen. CC, all right, TT3 member, Abhishek, Sherry Lander, Carrie Branton, TTG3 trial members, okay. Vinroy Harvey's in the house. Hey, thank you, Tim. What's going on, my man? What's going on? Monica Sanchez. Sky 1187. All right, we got good guys. We got a bunch of teaching. Nice, Adam Bashir, a bunch of trial members that are joining us here tonight on this live stream. That's what I like to see, guys. I like to see you guys putting in the work. You know, I like to see you guys putting in the work. Oh, good evening, Joseph Torres. Very formal of you. 2% a day. You're killing me, man. You're killing me, bro. You're killing me. Beautiful. All right, guys, good stuff. Listen up. All right, cool. Very cool. So we got a bunch of TC3 members. We got a bunch of non-TC members in general. And Q Wireless, Kevin, and Ann all asking me right now about the membership. Said, hey, these live streams, I really like them. I enjoy these live streams, but how's the live trading? Is it even better? Guys, honestly, Jason, you're the best. Jason goes, Mike and TTG is the best thing to ever happen to me. Don't tell my wife. Don't tell my wife. I won't tell her. I won't tell her. All right. I won't tell her. What I want to do now, guys, real quick, since some of you were asking me about TTG and about the services, let me get into the services real quick about True Trading Group. And then we're going to talk about the Apple event today. We're going to talk about the technical levels that I'm seeing on Apple, support levels, resistance levels, where I think Apple can go from here. Then we're going to talk about a swing trade that I put on today. And then we're going to talk about a short squeeze setup that I have a very, very close watchful eye on that I don't have a position in currently, but I'm watching this stock every single day because I think it has the potential to give you a massive short squeeze. Okay. So then we're going to get into that. But before we get into that, let me tell you guys a little bit about what you get as a member of True Trading Group. First and foremost, when you guys join True Trading Group, you're getting access to a professional education. That's the very first thing that I want you guys to really focus on here, because I began my trading career working at a hedge fund. We managed about $500 million. While at that hedge fund, I went through a 3-month educational program that taught me everything that it is that I now implement in my trading today. It allowed me to become the trader that I am. Guys, I'm humble enough to say I didn't figure all this stuff out on my own. I didn't just wake up one day and become this good trader. I was taught this by professional traders that have been doing this for decades, that are, millionaire traders and have been working on Wall Street for decades. And those are the people that taught me how to trade. And that's how I've become the trader that I am. And that's the same education that I teach to all of our members in True Trading Group. So this is not about, there's no gimmicks here. There's no secrets. This is just hardcore professional education. When you join TTG, you are going to learn the same stuff that I learned working at a hedge fund. Okay. And how we implement that into our own personal retail trading. Okay. You will get access to our daily trading chat room every single day from 7:30 a.m. Eastern until about 6:30 p.m. Eastern, every day, where myself and our other THD moderators share our screens in chat. Okay. We share our screens in chat. You'll see exactly what we're doing, what we're looking at. We're also all live on the microphone telling you exactly what we're doing, why we're, what I expect to have happen next. I tell you where I'm a buyer, where I'm a seller before I actually enter those trades. So it's actually very, very easy for you guys to follow along with my trades if you want, because I'm always telling you what I'm going to do before I actually do it. And then when I actually execute the trade and I get my fill, a push notification pops up in chat and tells you the exact price of my entry, my stop loss, the whole thing. But like I said, I'm always on the microphone telling you what I'm going to do before I actually do that. As a group right now, between myself, the other moderators, which myself, Jason the Wolf Spadafora, you guys all know him. He's on here sometimes joining me on these streams. Jay Downing, Chris Toner, our other moderators in chat. We're sporting as a room about a 78, 79% win rate right now currently in chat. Okay, so following our trades, you guys can either choose to do that, or if you're more of an experienced trader, obviously use the education, use the sentiment, use the commentary, use the analysis to help make your own trades. You will also get access to the entire curriculum. I have taken the education that I received working at the hedge fund, and I've created a curriculum, 15 courses where you guys are going to get access to the same stuff that I learned at the hedge fund, which is a simplified version. I wrote these courses myself. You're going to get courses on beginner stock trading, beginner option trading, advanced stock trading, advanced option trading, trader psychology part 1, trader psychology part 2. You're going to get a swing trading course. You're going to get a course on how to trade during a market crash. You're even going to get a course on how to do your taxes as a trader. All of this stuff is included with your membership. There's no upsells on these educational programs. There's no VIP package or anything like that. The entire curriculum, all the courses, all of our resources, all of our tools are included for free with your membership. There's no upsell ever with True Trading. You guys get access to everything that we have available, including our trade simulator. You guys can practice trading stocks and options with fake money with real-time level 1 and level 2. You guys will also get access to our stock screener. Our stock screener will allow you to filter through thousands of stocks during the day to see what are the hottest stocks on that day, so you know exactly where to focus your time, energy, and attention. What will give you the best opportunity to profit from the hottest stocks on the day. You'll also get access to our stock profile tool, which will allow you guys to enter any ticker symbol that you're interested in and get a downloadable PDF report that includes financial information, stock information, company information, as well as compiles all the analyst ratings for that particular stock. So let's say 15 different analysts cover a particular stock. You're going to get to see how many analysts have a buy, sell, hold rating on that particular stock. That's our due diligence companion in chat. That's a stock profile tool. You will also get access to our Benzinga live news feed. So we have a live news feed up to the second breaking news headlines directly in our chat room. Okay. We also have a Squawk box. So you have the option of either having our Benzinga news feed where you get news notifications with news headlines as they come out in real time in our chat room. Or you can turn on the Squawk box. If you don't want to read the headline, you can listen as we have someone that verbally reads out and speaks out the news headlines. So you can listen to the news headlines through your speaker instead of reading them. That is all included in your membership when it comes when you join True Trading Group. You will also get access to our TradingView Pro charting software with real-time data from Quote Media. Okay, that is all included with your membership to True Trading Group. You will also get access to the opportunity to schedule a free one-on-one mentor session with one of our moderators. Okay, again, all of this is included in your membership when you guys join True Trading Group. Okay, there is no upsell on any of this. This is all included. So Q Wireless and I think Kevin, was the other that were asking me questions about what's the membership like. All of this is included in your membership. You pay one price, you get access to everything. That includes all future courses and resources. When we come out with it, if I come out with a new course next month, it's not, okay, guys, new course is out, but that's going to cost you another $300. No. When Netflix comes out with a new show, I just started watching The Haunting of Bly Manor. I just started watching that. Quick little recommendation. If no one has seen Haunting of Hill House yet, it's one of the best shows I've ever seen in my life. And with Halloween coming up, do yourself a favor, watch Haunting of Hill House. But I just started watching Haunting on Bly Manor. Now, when I went to watch that, Netflix didn't ask me to pay them $20 to watch it. It's included in my membership that I pay for Netflix. So when I come out with a new course, I don't ask you for more money to pay to watch that course. It's included in your membership. Okay. All future courses, all future resources, tools, everything is included. You pay one price, you get access to everything. Thursday, October 22nd, Chris Toner, who's our option guru in chat, he's been trading options for over 20 years. He is doing a advanced option trading workshop, a 2-hour advanced option trading workshop for those of you that are interested in learning more option strategies like straddles, strangles, debit spreads, credit spreads, iron condors. Okay, if you're interested in learning some more advanced option strategies, you guys are going to absolutely want to attend that workshop because we also have those workshops. We do them every month with different moderators. We actually have over 75 hours of recorded workshops and webinars that you also have access to as a member. This is additional educational content separate from the courses that you have access to as a member of True Trading Group. And when you join us as a full-time member, you can actually join these workshops live, interact with the moderator or myself if I'm conducting the workshop, interact with other members, ask questions, and participate with us live. You guys can do all of this stuff, okay, as a member of True Trading Group. Now, a membership to TTG, okay, usually costs $2,048, okay, usually costs that for the entire year. But if you guys sign up tonight with coupon code TTG1020, it's only going to cost you $1,203. Okay, that is a 41% discount. It usually is $2,048. With coupon code TTG1020, it is only going to cost you $1,203 for the year, and that includes everything that I just mentioned to you guys on the stream. Let me break this down into perspective for you and explain to you the value of everything that you guys are getting. Put aside the education, because I can't put a price tag on the education that I received working at the hedge fund. Is that worth $1,000, $2,000, $5,000, $10,000, $20,000, $50,000? I have no idea. How much would you pay to go into a hedge fund on Wall Street, sit down in a classroom style setting, and for 3 months have the top traders at that fund come teach you how to do what they do? How much would you pay for that? I can't put a price tag on that because that changed my entire life. You want to put a price tag on that? I can't think of one, because I can't put a price tag on the success I've experienced throughout my life and where I now am today. And I wouldn't be where I am today if I did not have that experience, education, and skill set. And the God's honest truth. And I'm humble enough to say that. I don't care. I didn't figure this stuff out on my own. I was taught. Put that to the side, because that's intangible. I can't even come up with a dollar amount of a value of that education that you're going to get as a member of TTG. But what I can put a value on are the hard tangibles, and that is the Benzinga Pro Newsfeed. If you signed up for the Pro Newsfeed and Squawk Box directly through Benzinga, that alone will cost you $1,188 for the year. If you signed up for a real-time streaming level 1 and level 2 from a third-party service provider for all exchanges, that's going to cost you $990 for the year. If you signed up for a stock simulator, okay, from a third party, that's going to cost you $750 for the year. If you signed up to the TradingView Pro charting software, that's going to cost you $720 for the year. Those hard tangible assets or resources that are included for free in your membership are worth $3,648 by themselves. Add in the value of getting the education I received at a hedge fund, being in chat with me and the team live, seeing my screen, hearing me on the microphone, telling you what I'm buying, telling you what I'm selling before I actually do it so you can follow along. All of that for only $1,203 when you use coupon code TTG1020 right there at the bottom of your screen. Okay? The way that this coupon code is working for the month of October, every 24-hour period, the price of a membership goes up a couple bucks, or the discount goes down. So the regular membership is $2,048. This coupon code right now tonight, it's $1,203. Tomorrow, it's going to go up a couple bucks. Yesterday, it was a few bucks cheaper. And the day after that, it'll be a couple bucks more, every single day in the month of October. So you guys want to make sure you take advantage of this coupon code now. A couple of other really awesome things we have going on in the month of October. We are doing a Halloween username contest. You guys have heard of a Halloween costume contest, right? Some of you have probably entered costume contests throughout the course of your lives. Some you may not be very proud of the costumes that you decided to go with, but nonetheless, we are doing on October 30th. All of our members in TTG are changing their username to something that is fun, creative, okay, that is trading and Halloween related. And we're Adam and myself. Adam is my partner with your trading group, the co-founder with me. We are going to choose the 10 usernames we like the best. I'm going to pick 5. He's going to pick 5. And then we're going to do a survey with all of our members, and our members are going to vote for the usernames they like the best. And first prize is going to get $3,000. Second prize is going to get $1,500. Third prize is going to get $500. Also, the month of October, we're giving away a Tesla Model 3 or $30,000 cash, whichever you prefer. Every time that we get 300 members, we give away a Tesla Model 3 or $30,000 cash, whichever the winner prefers. Okay, we are more than 60% of the way there. So within the next 1 or 2 weeks, I anticipate that I'm going to be handing the keys of a Tesla over to one of our TTG members. I cannot wait to do that. You guys have no idea. I'm going to try to figure out a way on how I can stream that live. But since I'm not going to be in person with the winner, I got to figure out how to do that and ship it. And I'm working on that, but I cannot wait to give away a Tesla Model 3. You guys have no idea how excited I am to do, that. And then also every Friday is free laptop giveaway. Every Friday we give away 5 laptops. Okay, we give away 5 laptops to TG members every single Friday. It's an Asus laptop. That's the same brand of laptop that I use, and that is something that we're going to be doing here for the month of October. On top of all of that awesome, cool stuff that we're doing, in TTG, guys, it's more than just like the trade alerts. As you can see, it's all about the resources. I want to make sure that our members have the resources and tools at their fingertips to be able to give themselves the best chance to be the best and most profitable traders as they can. And at the same time, I like having a lot of fun. I genuinely love our members. I'm very close with a lot of our members. There are real friendships and lifetime relationships being built into Trading Group. We are truly a community of traders that really do care about one another. For all of my TGD members that are on this live stream right now, just comment and chat. You guys consider yourselves part of the family? You guys consider us friends now? Are we close? Are we family? Because that's how I truly feel. And I'm going to make sure that if my little sister wanted to become a trader, I'm going to do everything in my power, okay, to make sure that she becomes the best trader that she possibly can. And that's how I treat every single one of our members. And that's why I spend the time to do these live streams. But also, guys, before these live streams, I'm doing one-on-ones with members. I'm nonstop. Okay, I'm nonstop. I'm trading all day long in the chat, answering questions, calling out trades. Then I'm doing one-on-ones. I'm doing a second one-on-one. Then I'm doing the live streams. I mean, at times my fiance wants to just cut my head off, but this is my passion. This is what I love, and this is what TTG is all about. Okay, this is what you guys are going to get access to, the community that you're going to get access to when you use coupon code TGD1020 to join us for a 41% discount and take advantage of that lower price, lock that price in before the price goes up tomorrow. Because even if let's say a year from now when membership is up, it's time to renew. Let's say our membership is $2,200. Whatever the price you pay today, so if you pay $1,203 today, you will only pay $1,203 a year from now when your membership comes time to renew. And I assure you, a year from now, our membership is going to be a lot more than $1,203. So you can lock your price in now, be grandfathered into that price so that when your membership comes time to renew, which I'm sure you guys would want to renew, you only pay $1,203. The reason why I'm so sure that you guys are going to want to renew is because 80% of our TGD members are getting 7 to 10 times their membership fee back in the first 6 months of their trading. Our retention rate in TG is extremely high because not only are we building friendships, but people are getting better. People are making money. They're becoming consistently profitable traders. I will say this stat to you again because I've surveyed our members in our chat room. 80% of our members are making 7 to 10 times their membership fee in the first 6 months of their membership. Of that 80%, 30% of them are doing that within 1 month. So what I'm basically telling you here now today is with coupon code TGD1020, you can invest $1,203, get a professional education, the same I received working at a hedge fund that actually allowed me to receive a Trader of the Year award in 2008, get access to $3,600 worth of resources and tools in the form of charting software, simulator, level 2, breaking news feed, Squawk Box, all of that. Okay, $3,600 worth of all of that information, be able to see my screen, be with me in chat, and also download our mobile app. We spent the time, money, and energy and effort building a mobile app because we understand the majority of our members do work full-time jobs and cannot be in front of their computers during the day, which is why we have a mobile app downloadable on iPhone and Android, which will allow you to be in chat with us even when you are not in front of your computer. You can still see the screen share on your phone. You can listen to the audio analysis on your phone, and best yet, whenever we enter or exit a trade, you will get a real-time push notification sent to your cell phone whenever we enter or exit a trade. And this makes trading on the go seamless and easy, whether you're at work, in a meeting, on a conference call, at the golf course, at your kid's soccer game, whatever you're doing, that mobile app makes it easy for you to follow along with what it is that we're trading in chat. The majority of our TGD members have full-time jobs. Quick show of hands. How many of my TTG members that are on this live stream right now just say I, if you work a full-time job and you are becoming a better trader, type in chat right now, I want the non-TTG members to see how many of our members are here right now that work full-time jobs, so that anyone that is on the fence say, oh man, this sounds so great. I want to learn so bad. I want to trade. I want to make money in the markets, but I don't have time. I work a full-time job. How can I do this? That's how. This is how. So I want you guys to pay attention to, here you go. Sean Miller, Raising Cane, Andre, James O. Scones, okay, Judy, Kevin, Benzu, Hardcore Raider, Kenneth, JT, Direct Control, Paul, Gustavo, Chris, Mitchell, Otto, Glenny, Will, Curtis, Willard, Sharon, Rupesh, Freddie, Dawn, Cello, Speedy, COVID, Mikhail, Jason, Nick Lowry, Angel Torres, my brother, Christina Chong, Fernando, Barrington Lynch, Cool Life, Mike Delaney. The list goes on and on and on and on and on and on. These are TTG members that work full-time jobs and are becoming better traders as a member of True Trading Group. Do not let that be an excuse to prevent you from reaching your goals of consistent profitability trading stocks and options, because it's not an excuse. It's not a hurdle. Our TTG members are doing it each and every single day. And if they can do it, so can you. Take advantage of this coupon code right now. Use TTG1020. Get the education. Become part of a group that truly gives a shit whether you fail or succeed, and start becoming a consistently profitable trader right now. And in the meantime, have a hell of a lot of fun doing it, with a chance to win, the Halloween username contest, a chance to win a free laptop, heck, a chance to win a Tesla. Because guys, believe me, you're going to have a ton of fun when you're making money trading. But even when it's not the trading, we have a whole lot of fun between our entire group. I cannot wait for when COVID is behind us and we do a live, TTG weekend retreat. We're going to do like a 4-day event and have all our members come in, and we're going to learn, we're going to trade together, we're going to go out, we're going to bomb, we're going to go to dinner, we're going to have fun. I can't wait to do that stuff with my TTG fam. You guys have no idea. As soon as COVID is behind us, we're going to be doing something badass. I can't wait. Okay, so take advantage, guys. Use the coupon code right now. If you're still not ready to join the team full time, we do have a 7-day trial for those of you that are interested. You guys can get a 7-day trial for a one-time payment of $3. For that, go to ttgthree.com. It's right there at the bottom of your screen. There's the URL. Again, ttgthree.com. It's just $3. That's a cup of coffee. Okay, it's like a donut or a bagel with cream cheese. Okay. All right. You guys can try us out for 7 days. See our user dashboard, see all the resources and tools that are available to you as a full-time member. You guys will get access to our trading chat room to trade with me live for 3 days. You're also going to get access to 3 courses that I wrote, guaranteed to make you guys better traders just by going through those 3 courses. If I wanted to, I can probably charge $200, $300 just for those courses, those 3 courses, and probably get 1,000 people that would buy it, because that's how good those courses are and that's how much you guys are going to learn. And it's included in your trial for just $3. Okay, you'll also be able to use the Benzinga newsfeed. You'll also be able to see all of our trade history, because myself, the other moderators, we're completely open book transparent. All of our trades are in a trade journal on the website, so you can go back and you can see all of our winners, all of our losers, all of our break evens. You guys can see all the stats from all of our trades. We're a full open book. You guys can see all of it on our website. Okay, so if you guys want to try this out, one-time payment, $3. You can upgrade to a full membership at any time. You're under no obligation to do so, but you can upgrade at any time. Okay, so go for that. Go to ttgthree.com. Otherwise, you guys want to use that coupon code TTG1020. Get that 41% discount. It's also important for me to note the advanced options workshop on October 22nd is for TT members only. If you are a trial member, you do not have access. That the same goes for the Tesla giveaway, the laptop giveaways, and the Halloween username contest. Those are specifically for TTG members only. If you're a TTG3 trial member, you will not have access to any of those raffles and any of those events. Okay? So, with that said, let's get down to the educational aspect of the live stream. Okay, guys, let's get to the charts. Let's talk about Apple real quick. Let me take a quick little sip of water. All right, let's talk about Apple. All right, let's talk about Apple. So Apple yesterday had a massive rally day, up 6%, in anticipation of the Apple event today, where they were announcing their new iPhone 12, as well as some other products. As well as some other products. And I said to everybody, with regards to this Apple trade, it reminds me a lot of my Tesla trade. I don't know if you guys joined me on my live streams when I recapped my Tesla trade. Because after Battery Day, I said to everybody that I thought Battery Day for Tesla was a buy the rumor, sell the news type of trade idea. And I said the same thing goes for Apple. Apple historically on all of their product events has been a buy the rumor, sell the news type of trade, which means the stock rallies going into the event. Once the event happens, the stock then pulls back. Same exact thing happened here today. They announced their new iPhone 12. You've got an iPhone mini, which is a small, lightweight phone. It's one of the smallest devices that are out there. That starts at, I think, $699. Then they have a bunch of other models. They've got the regular 12, they got the 12 Pro, then they got like the Max, which is like a 6.7 screen, which is like the largest display that Apple has come out with. And they released these new products today, and it's 5G ready, and the camera's great, the battery life or the battery recharge is faster. I mean, there's a lot of different tech things that they put into these phones, but when push comes to shove, I think it was pretty uneventful. It's a new Apple phone. The design is very similar. They really didn't take any risk with a new design feature. The phone looks extremely similar. It's a little bit more squared off apparently, but it looks extremely similar. There's no mistaking that it's the next generation iPhone. It looks very, very similar. And the stock gave you a pullback. After they announced the products, and after hours, we've just kind of basically traded sideways. But the key that I want to focus on here, and it actually reminds me a lot of the SPY. Apple and the SPY traded very, 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 very similar today during the Apple News event. They traded. That's Apple's chart. Now I'm going to go to the SPY chart. Okay, very, very similar type action. Here was the Apple event. Okay, so you had the drop, the spike, and then the sell-off. Apple did the same thing. Okay, Apple did the same thing. You have the drop, the spike, and then the sell-off. So very, very, very similar. And then at the end of the day, you had the bounce back on the SPY. Okay, you had the bounce back, and then going into the close, you had the pullback on the SPY, and then in Apple, same thing. Going into the close, you had the pullback. So Apple and the SPY traded almost virtually identical today after the news event. And the key that I want to focus on for, especially on the SPY, is the fact that we held basically to the penny yesterday's low. Okay, here is today's low, and that lines up dead even with yesterday's double bottom low. So there's yesterday's double bottom low in the SPY. There's a low of the day today. And we bounce off that level, and we've traded slightly higher here after hours in the SPY. That is your new key support level on the SPY. Okay, that is your new key support level on the SPY. All right, that's your new key support level right there. That 349 level, that's yesterday's low. That's also now today's low. That level now has showed you its significance. Okay, that level has showed you its significance today. When we go out to the daily chart, okay, that level is now trying to protect that gap. Okay, that level is trying to protect that gap. What we look for now is stimulus news to possibly take us higher. The problem that we're starting to experience is that we've had not one, but now two companies. Johnson & Johnson had to pause their vaccine trial because of an illness in one of their patients. Eli Lilly had to pause their antibody drug treatment for their thing. And we just had a news alert that I actually just got on our Benzinga news feed that the FDA has said that Eli Lilly's COVID-19 antibody therapy plant has serious quality control issues. That is a headline that I just got that came across that I just got that came across our Benzinga news feed. Okay. And that's problematic. Okay. Now, what you're starting to see is a rotation in the vaccine and antibody treatment trade. So if one of them fails, excuse me, this is actually the third one. AstraZeneca paused theirs as well. I forgot about AstraZeneca paused theirs as well. That was last week. AstraZeneca also paused theirs. So that's now the third trial, whether it's vaccine or antibody or therapeutic, I should say, that's been paused. What we've seen so far is when one of the candidates pauses a trial, it's seen as a negative for them. The stock drops. And the others that are still ongoing without any pause or halt of their trial, you see quick little pops. You saw that today in mRNA. mRNA is one of the vaccine candidates. Look what happened to mRNA this morning when Johnson & Johnson announced that they're pausing their vaccine trial. Why did that happen? This is the vaccine and therapeutic rotation. Okay. Same thing with Regeneron. When Eli Lilly announced they were pausing their trial, Regeneron popped. Regeneron's the company that makes the cocktail that Trump took when he had coronavirus. So they're making a therapeutic. When Eli Lilly paused their therapeutic trial, Regeneron popped. When Johnson & Johnson paused their vaccine trial, there's the big gap down. Okay, when Johnson & Johnson paused their vaccine trial, Moderna popped. You're seeing a rotation. Okay, you're seeing a rotation. One company has problems, we sell that. People are selling that stock and they're buying the one that's still running. I don't know how long that rotation trade will last if you keep getting more and more trials that are being halted, because eventually people are just going to say, the hell with this. I'm going to sell the ones that even are not halted, because the likelihood of these trials getting through phase 3 and getting approval is becoming less and less and less. If that starts to happen, you will see the overall market start to pull back with a lot of these vaccine candidates. Okay, because you're going to need a sentiment change in order for the markets to pull back with it. If people stop rotating this trade and they start sector selling the trade. Sector selling the trade is like the airlines. When COVID happened, all the airlines were sold together because it's a sector sell. People are bearish on the sector. Okay. Right now, you're not seeing a sector sell in the vaccine therapeutics in the biotech space because it's company specific. They're bullish on the ones that are still doing trials. They're bearish on the ones that are halting trials. But if we get another trial halted, eventually it will turn into a sector sell where people say, you know what? It's no longer just an individual company issue. Okay. It's the likelihood of any one of these trials getting through is becoming less and less. And that could start to cause a sector sell, and you'll stop seeing the rotation. And now if Moderna halts their trial, the likelihood of you seeing another company that has a trial going pop, you might actually see that other company that has not halted a trial actually pull back. Okay, because people are getting more and more pessimistic on the vaccine. If that starts to happen, if you notice that trade, listen to me carefully. If you start to notice that trade, you've got to get puts on the SPY, because if the sentiment changes on the vaccine rotation trade, that means the likelihood of a vaccine in general becomes less likely, and the probability of a therapeutic becomes less likely. That will become problematic. That will be seen as a negative in the markets. That will create selling pressure. That will give you a pullback in the markets. So you can use this vaccine trade as a precursor to a potential pullback in the markets if the sentiment changes. Again, right now it's a rotation. One company fails, we buy the next. But if you get more of these trials being halted, it's going to stop becoming sell the one that failed, buy the one that's still running, and it's become sell all of them. If you start to see that, if you see tomorrow Pfizer halts their vaccine trial and Moderna stock drops simultaneously, those are the things you're going to want to look for, because that means that investors in the market as a whole are thinking that, you know what? The likelihood of the vaccine by November, December passing phase 3 is now becoming less and less and less likely. And that will give you a pullback in the overall markets. Okay? Kind of a macro idea, macro trade idea, macro concept that I want you guys to think about. It's something I'm going to be paying very close attention to. Now let's get on to my swing trade of the day, and that's JKS. I do not like what I'm seeing out of this stock so far after hours. I shorted JKS today, guys. Okay? I shorted JKS today. If you guys have not been watching JKS, this stock is absolutely insane. Okay? Look at what this stock has done over the last month. Okay? Look at what this stock has done over the last couple of months. Now, let me explain to you guys why I shorted this stock. I think I'm a little early, but let me explain to you why I shorted it today. What I've noticed today is the stock has continuously made new high, new high, new high, new high, new high for the last 6 days in a row. But what I've also seen is the volume getting lighter, 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 lighter for the last 3 consecutive trading days. So when I see stocks are pushing higher, 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 but yet the volume is lighter, 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 I read that as the stock is starting to run out of steam. Okay, the stock is starting to run out of steam. So I noticed that earlier today, and I said, now if I can get some technical setup that can give me some type of entry opportunity on this, I'm going to take it. Now we had a triple top. Okay, we had a triple top here in JKS. Okay, there was the double top, there's the triple top. Okay, that 63.25 level was your double top. Okay, or triple top, excuse me. We broke through that today, and then you'll notice that that level started to act as an area of support. Okay, now traditionally, you would expect the stock to break through the highs and continue higher now that that triple top has been broken. But that triple top failed to hold support. And what you will notice is that that triple top, after we broke below it, now look what happened as I zoom in. Well, look at this, folks. There's your resistance now where the stock was unable to get back above that prior level. So when I saw that, that is when I came in here and I got short JKS right there. Right there is where I shorted JKS. Okay? Short from 62.88. Okay, so right there is where I'm short from. 62.88, my stop loss is going to be that high. My profit targets on this, I'm looking for us to get down towards 58, and then I'm looking for us to get down eventually to 52.50 to 53. Okay, so this little support level, and then this is a much more major support level, is what I'm looking for on a pullback here on JKS. But the way that this stock was unable to really break down today, like I was looking for this stock to really break down there today and get down beneath 62 to really give me confidence in this trade. The fact that we held up here is a little concerning to me. It's a little worrisome. That's why I'm saying maybe I'm a little early on this trade. We might push higher a little bit tomorrow. If we do, we get through yesterday's highs, I will cover that position. I will stick to my stop loss, and I will look to re-enter that trade. But I do think a top is very, very, very near on JKS. Maybe I'm a day early. I don't know yet. We'll see what happens tomorrow. But I do think when this top is finally put in, this is an easy short, I think, back into the 50s. And I will be ready to jump all over it. I already initiated this position. I'm down almost $1 a share on the trade as it stands right now after hours. We got to see how the stock opens up tomorrow. But that is a trade that I'm currently short. Stop loss is around 65, 75. We'll see what happens. Okay? We'll see what happens. Now let's talk about the short squeeze idea that I have a very close eye on, and you guys guessed it, it's GME. Okay, GME. Now, if you guys have been following me for the last week, you guys know I crushed GME last week. Okay, last week I bought GME right there at $11.18. I sold it. I was taking profits off into this move. Okay, I was taking profits into that move. And then after hours, I got flat all the way up at $14.62 after hours. Okay, you're not seeing that here. We did get there the following day, but after hours, $14.62 was my final take profit. That was a 31% gain that I ripped out on GME. GME has about 68 million shares short. That is a delayed number also. I think the number is probably now even higher because the amount of shares traded during this time period, I'm sure that short position got even larger. Okay. There is a massive, massive short position on GME. What I like the most about GME is this $11.15 area. What you guys will notice on this chart is this previous pivot high, we broke through it, we pulled in, and bang, we stuck support. If GME continues this flag and this stock gets back over 14, I think it's go time. I think it's go time, and I think this thing is going to go, okay, I think you're going to go right up here to like 1650, 1675. That's going to give you this resistance level that you see right here on the chart. But eventually, okay, if this squeeze really ignites, this has $20 written all over it. Okay, it's got $20 written all over it. There's your $20 resistance. It was previously an area of support. Okay, it was previously an area of support there and again there. Okay. So this stock has a massive, massive short position. I even go back further. There's more support there at 20. Okay. The company last week announced that they signed a deal, a little revenue share with Microsoft. That changes things for this company. Okay. There are a lot of people that were betting against GameStop's business model, that were betting against the growth opportunity there and the future of GameStop. A lot of hedge funds betting against this company, but a partnership with Microsoft changes that concept. It changes the business model idea here on GameStop, and it's something you really, really have to pay attention to now because, you know, the relationship with Microsoft now may cause some of these short sellers to say, you know what, the hell with this. And if that starts to happen, this stock could see $20 within a week or two. All right. So I want you guys, I do not have a position right now on GameStop. I bought it at 11.18. I sold it at 14.62. The stock's currently at 12.61, so far lower than where I sold my last take profit. And I'm stalking this thing like an eagle, 30,000 feet up, or not 30, I'm sorry, not 30,000 feet up. I'm stalking this thing like an eagle soaring over a field looking for a little field mouse or something because I think this stock's got a chance to really, really, really squeeze. And if it does, I'm going to sink my teeth into this like you guys have no idea. I'm going to load the boat on this thing if this short squeeze really starts to trigger because I think $20 is well within reach. I will absolutely let you guys know. Obviously, if you're a TGG member, you guys are going to know before anybody because I'm going to tell you that I'm buying it before I actually buy it. I'm going to tell you guys, this is the squeeze. I'm buying it right now before I actually buy it. I'm going to tell you the price I'm going to buy it at as well. I'm going to tell you even where my stop loss is. I'm going to even tell you where my take profits are because that's what we do in chat. I'm always telling people what I'm doing before I actually do it. So it's very easy for you guys to follow along with my trades. If you're not in chat, you're going to be a day late because you're going to have to wait for my live stream in order for me to tell you that I've bought the stock. And by that time, the stock could be significantly higher from the time that I buy it during the day. So if you guys are interested or you guys are excited to try to join that GME trade and you want to follow me on that trade, you guys got to get your butts in chat, man. You got to use TTG 1020 right here, right now to make sure that I might enter that trade tomorrow. Who knows? I don't know when that trade's going to trigger. I'm not sure. I don't know when that trade's going to trigger, but if it triggers, okay, if it triggers tomorrow, you better make sure that your butts are in chat and you're ready to pull the trigger on that one like I am because I'm actually very, very, very bullish on GME, and I think that stock's going to go much higher. I think you have a real serious shot at a serious short squeeze. All right, you got a real serious shot at a serious short squeeze. So use coupon code TTG1020, guys. That's going to get you the 41% discount. Okay, that's going to get you the 41% discount. It usually costs you $2,048. It's only going to, with that coupon code, it only costs you $1,203. It's a 41% discount. Does anybody have any questions about what I just discussed? Specifically about what I discussed, about what I talked about with JKS, what I talked about with GME? Please keep the questions, on topic. Does anybody have any questions specifically about what I just talked about? Yes, Sean B. from Twitter says, do you read these texts on here? Yes, Sean, I do. Kerry, if you're holding puts on November 20th, you can hold them. Those contracts are not going to move very much. You can hold them. Casey, I think it's more of a trade. So Casey says, is GME worth adding in your long-term portfolio? I don't think so. I think it's more of a trade. I think it's more of a trade. No. If I'm looking to short JKS, I don't want a lower volume pullback. You want lower volume pullbacks if you're trying to go long. Noble Eagle, there you are, my man. Noble Eagle, I asked a bunch of people earlier on this live stream if anybody remembers the Volkswagen short squeeze, and like only a handful of people remember it. And I know you've been trading since I won't date you. I know you've been trading for a long time. But do you remember the Volkswagen short squeeze? The infinity squeeze? Do you remember that? Please. Yes. See, I knew it. I knew you would remember it, Noble. Because you're my boy. I knew it. It was one of the craziest short squeezes of all time. Atefa also remembers it. It's one of the craziest short squeezes of all time. I don't remember that. It went from I don't remember the price. It was like from $70 to like $1,100. Casey. Now Casey's like, I remember. I learned about it an hour ago. Nice. Do I think GME will pull in? I don't think by much. I think that like 11-15 area is solid. I don't think it's going to pull in all that much. I think it's doing a pretty nice job consolidating. Like here, this area. See this area right here? I think that level is going to be solid. And if I even go out to like a 3-minute chart, like you see this consolidation here, like I don't know how much more of the stock's going to pull in. I don't know how much more the stock's going to pull in. We also popped here after hours. We're trading higher. I don't know how much more it's going to pull in. Judy, I don't have a position in it yet. Remember, I sold my last piece at 1462. 1462 was my final take profit on this thing, so I'm already out. But I am looking to rebuy it. That is for sure. All right, guys. There are some big players in GME. And there's a vicious tug of war going on with some big players in GME. I think Apple bounces back a little bit tomorrow. Do I think someone will take a larger stake in GME similar to Porsche with Volkswagen? No. No, not necessarily. All right. So that's it, guys. Those are the game plans. All right. I'm stalking GME like a hawk. I already sold I sold my last piece. Okay. I sold GME at 1462. I'm looking to rebuy it. I think the stock's got short squeeze potential. All right. I think we got short squeeze potential. All right. So guys, again, If you guys want to make sure that you are in this GME trade with me, if and when it triggers, you guys want to make sure you get your butts in chat tomorrow. Use coupon code TGD1020. That's going to get you a 41% discount. Access to our daily trading chat room, our trade simulator, our stock screener, our stock profile section, 75 hours of workshops and webinars, access to our advanced option trading workshop on October 22nd. It's going to get you a free one-on-one with one of our TG moderators. It's going to get you access to our Benzinga live news feed, our Squawk box, our mobile app. Okay. All future resources, our TradingView Pro charting software, real-time level 2, our entire TGD curriculum, same information that I learned working at a hedge fund. All of this stuff you guys have access to as a member of TTG. Okay. The resources and tools available on a membership alone are worth $3,600. The Benzinga newsfeed, the TradingView charting software, okay, the trade simulator, the real-time level 2, all of those services, if you were to buy them separately, okay, and you were going to go and buy them on your own, it's going to, all of those features can cost you up to $3,600 for the year. Okay, all of those services and resources and tools are included for free with your membership. And you guys can get that membership now tonight for just $1,203. Okay, by using coupon code TG1020. It's right at the bottom of your screen right now. Thank you, Noble Eagle. Noble Eagle, I appreciate that. Coming from someone with decades of trading experience, Noble Eagle says Mike's the best leader to follow and trade the markets. I highly recommend joining. Noble, I appreciate that. Thank you, Hardcore Raider. Hardcore Raider says, thank you. Mike's legit. Jason and Mike are legit. Thanks, Mike. You're a blessing to many, bro. Thank you very much, Hardcore Trader. I appreciate that. James says, you're the man, Mike. Thank you. Chat. Nah, it's my pleasure, guys. It's my absolute pleasure. All right. I love you guys. I want to see you guys. I want to see you guys, you know, I want you guys to do the best that you can, you know. I want to see you guys succeed. I want to see you guys reach your goals. I want to see you guys not have to worry about, you know, are you going to get your next stimulus check from our government that can't come up with a stimulus package? You know, I don't want you guys to have to worry about how am I going to pay my bills this month? I don't want you guys to have to worry about that ever again. And that's just what it comes down to. All right. That's just what it comes down to. Yeah, Nick Talk. All you need is a couple $100, man. 500. We have members that started with $500, you know, and now their accounts are, you know, 5,000. You know, we have 5,000, 6,000 that started with $500. You know, one of our mods did a small account challenge. He like started with $500. He brought it all the way up to like 17 grand in just a couple of months. All right. David Lansdale, what time do you start trading? I mean, 9:30 a.m. Eastern, market opens. I don't really trade pre-market. I don't really trade pre-market. All right, guys. So that's it, gang. All right. That's all. Guys, use coupon code THD1020. Like I said, get your butts in chat and make sure you guys are with me when it comes time to pull that trigger on the GME trade. If you're still not ready to join the team full time, remember we do have the 7-day trial, okay, which is a 7-day trial for a one-time payment of just $3. Nice. Rob Aid says, Mike, I'm now a lifetime member after making a lot. Yes. Hell yeah, man. I'm looking forward to trading with you for a long time. That's what I'm talking about. That is what I'm talking about. Beautiful. All right, guys. So again, if you want to join us for the trial, that's going to get you a 7-day trial, access to 3 days in our chat room, access to our Benzinga news feed, our stock profile section, and of course, all of our trade history. So you guys can see, we're an open book. You guys can see everything. Woo! Mark Gibson, my man. Mark Gibson says, Mike, I just want to say thank you. I have made $24,000 in just the last 2 months. You are changing lives. Mark Gibson, that really does mean a lot to me. I appreciate you saying that, man. Honestly, I've been doing this for 16 years. At this stage in my career, it means so much more to me. Like I have my expectations, for myself, and I have like, what I expect. Um, but when I get stories of members and success stories, and I get comments like what you guys are saying right now in chat, it's like that stuff means more to me than seeing my own P&L on a day. Like you telling me that that you made 24 grand in 2 months, or someone told me yesterday that they turned $6,000 into $41,000 in like the last like 3 or 4 months. That kind of stuff. Someone telling me that they lost their job in March with the pandemic. They still don't have their job back, and they haven't missed a single bill payment because of the money they've been able to make trading. It's like those are the things that really mean a lot more to me now at this point in my career than even me having a big P&L day. Honestly, it's like I have certain expectations on myself. I have certain expectations on myself, but when I see you guys reaching goals and reaching levels of success that you really never thought was possible, and seeing the effect that can have on your life really means a lot to me, because I think back and I'm truly grateful for what I'm about to share with you guys. I'm really, truly grateful for this. I had a mentor when I worked at the hedge fund. He was my boss. And he was so amazing to me that he was there to answer all of my questions. He was there to help guide me whenever I had problems or whenever I had struggles, or I annoyed the hell out of this guy, and he could have told me to go screw. Days where the guy just lost $250,000. He could have told me to go screw, but instead, I'm following him in the elevator down to the parking lot, before he heads home, and I'm trying to pick his brain as much as I can, and it's like he was always there for me whenever I struggled. And if it wasn't for his tutelage and mentorship, there is absolutely no question in my mind whatsoever that I would not be the trader that I am today. I would not have acquired the skill set and experience and education that I did when I worked at the hedge fund. And not having that education, not having that skill set, I do not know what direction my life would have gone down after the 08-09 housing market crash. Because after 08-09, 50% of all the hedge funds on Wall Street closed, including mine. And I don't know what direction my life would have gone if I didn't have this skill set. I truly don't know. I've been very, very blessed to have reached a level of success that I have this early in my life. I'm only 35 years old, and I've accomplished a lot. None of that would be possible if it wasn't for the mentorship that I received. And I'm humble enough to say that. That man, literally through his mentorship, changed the entire course of my life, and therefore the entire course of my family's life. So when I have someone that comes to me as a TTG family member and comes to me for mentorship, advice, questions, it's why I take the time to answer them thoroughly, seriously, attentively, and passionately, because I know that I now have the potential to change the course and the direction of someone's life, and therefore their family's lives, and where maybe they could get to experience the journey that I have. And that's why I take it so serious. And that's why when you guys tell me these comments, I really, really take it to heart when you guys share these success stories with me, because it's truly amazing to see. And it makes me feel like the gratification, the satisfaction that I get reading these stories and listening to these stories is, I'm at a loss for words, honestly, for the way that it makes me feel, to be completely honest with you guys. But that's why I do this. There's a lot of assholes out there like, oh, Mike, if you're such a good trader, then why do you bother with TTG? That's why, bro. That's why, because it's not, living your life. It's not all about just stacking up money in your bank account, but also like having an effect on other people's lives. That's why I do it. And the comments that I get from people, that's why I do it. Oh my God. Oh my God. I just read someone's message. This is what I'm talking about. Jason says, I lost my construction company because of COVID. I could not keep the doors open. I lost hope, and TTG saved me now. I live again, and you will never know how much you've changed my and my family's life. Thank you. Are you kidding me? Jason, man, I got to tell you, Jason, thank you for sharing that with me. Like, honestly, that it means a lot to me, man. It really does. That really means a lot to me. That really, really means a lot to me. And I'm so happy and grateful that I was able to help you at that point in your life. And this is why I do it, guys. These comments right here, this is why I do it. So if anybody has the audacity to ask me, well, if you're such a good trader, then why do you bother? That's why I bother. And it's not a bother. It's because I want to do it. It's because I want to do it. That's what being part of the THC family is all about. Right there. That's what it's about. Incredible, man. Absolutely incredible. Oh. So anyway, sorry. I'm sorry, but that's it, guys. Thanks for joining me here today on this live stream. You guys are the best. I love each and every single one of you. Use coupon code THD1020. Get your butts in chat. Get a professional education. Trade with me and the rest of the THD crew live. Use coupon code THD1020. All right. Use coupon code THD1020. And I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow. All right. Stop trying to go about this on your own, guys. Okay. Join a group that truly cares about your success. Okay. And get a professional education and start achieving your goals. All right. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Take care, everybody. THD 1020. You guys are the best. Enjoy your night. Have a great evening. I'll see you guys all in chat tomorrow. Have a great night, guys.